All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Huru. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I have my special guest, the Incredible Hulk, the Black Incredible Hulk, on with us today. Fitzgerald Stephens. Don't get him angry, though. Do not get him angry because he will rip through that T-shirt and through the screen.
Actually, I'm a very mild-mannered individual, believe me.
So before we get started, you got the playback going, Fitzgerald?
Hold on.
So before we get started, you got the playback going, Fitzgerald?
Should be. I should have the other windows closed. Let me exit out of this and get back into it.
Okay. So, guys, before we get started, a couple of announcements. Number one, tours. Okay, tours are coming up March 20th to the 26th. If you still want to go to Nigeria with us, hit me up. Email me. Go to dynastymir.com if you want to roll to Nigeria with us. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button, share, subscribe. August 13th through the 19th, we are going back to Nigeria for the Osun Festival. So if you'd like to roll with us, go to dynastymir.com. Come roll with us. You'll have the time of your lifetime. And then also, too, after that, we have me and Blacksit, Dynasty Mirror and Blacksit collab. We will be doing Sierra Leone December 4th through 12th. We actually arrive in Freetown on the 5th, and then we leave on the 12th. I might stay a few additional days, but Sierra Leone December 4th through 12th. So if you are interested, go to dynastymir.com. Again, dynastymir.com, my first name, last name.com. Message me, subscribe, and I will get the information to you. Today's topic, we're gonna get back to basics, just the importance of just building a home-based business. I know the figures came out for sure. What was it, like 50 million people or 5 million people? I know I'm way off. In the next 5 years?
No, about 79 million. The next 5 years will open up a home-based business.
And why do you think people are going this route?
Why?
Yeah, why do you think?
Because they need more money. And they want the tax benefits from owning their own business, and frankly, they're just tired of working for someone else. They're just tired of looking at other people rich. Two things before we get going. I don't know if this is a he or she, but I'm going to respond to a couple of comments real quick. So I like hearing.
I haven't read them, so
man, they're very, very interesting. Number one, either Mr. or Miss Junizone. The comment reads, residual income from business doesn't come easy. Of course it doesn't. Nor did anything else worth of value. If it did, most Black people wouldn't be working horrible jobs that they hate so much. I disagree with that. Nothing worthwhile is going to come easy. You got to put the time in and work in to make anything go. Whether you're trying to get fitness goals for your body, you're trying to health and fitness goals, whether you're trying to buy a house, whether you're trying to run a successful relationship or marriage. So nothing comes easy. So
let me ask you, Joe. Have you ever said that this is a get rich?
No, I'm not attacking the person. I'm not attacking the person at all. No, of course not. Of course we said it.
Whoever said this was going to be easy? Did we ever say?
They did. No, the comment was residual income from home business doesn't come easy. I agree.
Yeah, we agree. Yeah.
And so if it did, most Black people wouldn't be working at horrible jobs they hate so much. That I disagree. Because anything worthwhile is not going to come easy. And then you got to put the work in. You got to put the time in. Right. With anything worth of significance, especially.
Me and Fitzgerald never said that. Once you sign up for Karatbars, that the Glengarry League's going to call in, and people are just going to be calling you wanting to sign up and buy packages.
No, I mean the person makes an excellent point, but this is not indictment, on the person. I mean, no, it doesn't. But what will come easy, for a system that will help you, and people like myself and Prince Amir will mentor you to do what we do. So that will be our pleasure to do. And then on the other one, Mr. or Miss New Options. Once we are finished give me a call. I'm reading your comment. You can build wealth through insurance policy. Yes, Dynas and I used to be insurance agents. You are absolutely right. And investing into the stock market. I'm kind of a little bit leery off of that right now. I don't have the training that you do. I'm seeing what the stock market is taking its hit, especially as of late. With this coronavirus, I heard Warren Buffett lost like $20 billion in 6 days, man. Stupid money. But
How much?
$20 billion in 6 days. But he figured he'll make it all back. And then so Mr. or Miss New Options said, in investing in the stock market, I use TD Ameritrade for swing trading options that can make you money at the stock go up and down. This is a seasoned investor, Dynas. This would be someone, who I wouldn't mind talking to once I got some capital going on, and he or she is absolutely right. They also went to say stock future markets also make good investments, along with knowing when to buy at the dip. We sometimes do that with our cryptocurrency. You know how to buy that thanks to zero commissions from trading platforms. And it's easy to get started. I think or swim platform. Hey, you know what? I would like to hear from you personally. For myself, I like to get a little teaching for you. That is great. Once again, but judging from your word is, I know you're a seasoned investor. Okay, or you've been playing this game too. Beautiful. Once again, we don't knock any forms of residual income. Get residual incomes. Karatbars just happen to be the one we do that we can duplicate to the masses so easily, because what the way our program is, what you're simply doing, you are first saving gold and first. So you are saving gold, paying yourself first in gold, paying yourself, then putting it in a tier one asset first. Okay, no training needed from that. You're telling others, and helping them doing the same, and you're creating a residual income for doing that. We do have training that show you how to do that, and then you're also learning how to create other income investments to continue to bring other wealth streams in. So I with ours would be ours would be more, I guess I don't want to use the word simplicity. It'd be somewhat for the masses, all for a whole, that people understand gold and things along the line. They say, like, yeah, I could pay myself first in gold. Yeah, I could tell other people. Yeah, I could create a residual income. Your option is excellent. Not knocking it all. Would like to know it, but even with me being in this game, the reason I always have one big reason I always have went away from stocks is because I never took time to educate myself on stocks. I'm quite sure I think I could have did very good, but right. I would love to hear, I would love for you to give me a call even after this show to talk to me, and just help me. We're throwing a little information out, so I welcome smart opinions like that. So that's all I want to say to Mr. or Miss New Options. Great point.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I mean, I would say 15 years ago, I don't think you would have this amount of people would have been signing up in the masses for home-based business like they are now, Fitzgerald.
Well, they realize the wool has been really pulled over their eyes, and this current administration at all, they ain't trying to hide the fact they wool pulled over their eyes. They are totally for the Oprah, the ultra, the super wealthy and beyond. That's just it. I had said they are proving exactly what I had said years ago, and I truly believe it. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. There is no such thing as a middle class. There really isn't. And so you got to find a way to get on that business investment quadrant, or right. You're going to be on the employee slave quadrant, and that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, and it seems like there's very, very few avenues out. I mean, banking's like, okay, take for instance right now, you want your business, great, all right. Try with the markets, with the markets tighten up on credit and things like that. Try going to go get that business loan to establish it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. Did you ever, when you got your business, did you ever qualify for SBA loan?
No, because I did finance it with the gentleman who sold the business with it. It's almost like a buy here, pay here car dealership. Don't recommend that. Don't ever do that with people who are doing that. Never do that, because you know what? If you bring your own capital to the thing, you can really, really negotiate terms, more interest rates. If someone's financing you, you're at the mercy of their interest rates. You're at the mercy of their terms. You're totally at their mercy. When you bring your own capital to the game, at least you have some say so, because you know what? When you have the capital, if that business isn't a good model for you, you can always find another one that is a good model, and they know that, and that works with what anything you're looking to finance, whether it's a home or whether it's automobile, for those ones that a lot of people really know. But don't ever really get on the road of letting someone self finance you. No, I mean, for the most of the part, that's just not good business. It's just not good business for you. Very good business for them. Mm-hmm. Very good business for them, because you know what? Perfect point. That business reverted back to him. All the stuff that I was paying, all the thing, I left with nothing. It said, and that's just what I was doing, was renting my business. And it taught me a major lesson. So
all the equipment, everything.
All the equipment, everything. All the equipment, you find thing, you bought that up. All the equipment and everything, went far as with that. Even though, and that's just what I did. I just paid down his debt. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was young and stupid. I wanted my own business. So desperately, and my eagerness, made me jump in a deal that really wasn't good for me. My own wife told me not to do that, but I did it. I was trying to. What had happened was, I wanted that American dream, and the terms. The business can be great. You could absolutely have an absolutely great business and business idea. I don't care how great and how profitable the business is. The terms are what make or break a business. You got to have proper terms, and if you don't have those, don't get into that business, and that's a lesson I solely lost. I lost everything, and all my money, all my thing, you know how I financed that? I pulled $20,000 out of my home equity line of credit to put down on that. Gone. All the other stuff I kept paying, gone. My fault. Nobody's fault but my responsibility, and I take full responsibility for that, and I paid a heavy dear price for it. Cost me my home.
Because I know back in like 06, 07, they were giving away SBA loans from
and they were doing that, but not doing that. I was strong enough credit wise and things that I had that, but you know what? Here's God, I can't believe I actually thought like that. I mean, I wish I could go back in time and shake that guy. I
would have got started with Karatbars.
Yeah. I mean, Karatbars didn't exist then, but see what happened was, now I have worked so hard. My wife and we have worked so hard to get out of debt. We absolutely hated debt, but I was non-business savvy. I wanted a business, but I was not a businessman. I didn't understand terms. I didn't understand business. One thing that lulled me to sleep was the fact that I was the marketing manager for the business that I work with, and I was the one got out there responsible for getting the business. So I figured, they will all come to me because of that. Wrong. You have to know business. Okay. Oh. The salespeople are not necessarily business people, although a lot of us think we are. You have to learn how for example, what are your margins? If no margins, no mission. No margins, no mission. There's a certain amount you must make in order to stay profitable. Number two, business, not lines of credit. And this is where it gets real interesting, Prince. I had a chance to get a line of credit.
Okay.
But in my naivety, I saw it as debt. Remember, I have fought hard to get out of debt. I mean, I saw a line of credit as debt. So I'm like, I know I don't want it.
Can you explain what a line of credit
A
is?
line of credit. Let's just say if you have, let's just say if you have you need operating capital,
Right.
liquidity, and so so you go to the bank and you get your paperwork and you get your financial projections, because banks don't care about your grandiose ideas. They care about the numbers. The numbers have to make sense to them, because other words, they're saying, number one, they're thinking like you should be thinking, can this cat pay me my money back? Okay, but based on what he's getting ready to do in the projections, what we know, can he pay me my money back? So they're going to want to know about your demographics. They're going to want to know about how what do you have personal capital in the event that you can't pay this. What are the demographics of the market? What are similar businesses doing? What are your expenses, i.e. rent, equipment, employees? They want to know all that because they want to make sure you can pay them back. Smart move. Okay. And so when I had that chance, because I was strong financially then, remember I told you we had worked hard to get ourselves out of debt. Man, I bought a beautiful home down in McDonough, Georgia, beautiful place. And so I could have got it. And a line of credit allows you to tap into reserves when there's a dip in business or you need to expand and stuff. And sometimes you don't necessarily have to spend it. Just the fact that you got access to it. Just the fact that you have access to it, because and I didn't have that. So early 2007, bought the business. Well, we know what happened in 2008. Then I couldn't get the line of credit. Then I couldn't get it. I had the lifeline that I did. So I learned it's better to have something, not to need it, than to need something, not to have it.
Right. It's better to have it.
And that's what really sunk me. Is my naivety, my ignorance, not listen to the niece. She was add up against that, but my pride kicked in, and I thought, man, I wanted my business so bad, because once again, the entrepreneur in me rushed me into an ill-fated decision. I was tired of working for someone else.
Right.
I was tired of working for someone else. So man, I had major accounts that I brought in. I was the marketing manager, so I brought the business in. And lo and behold, there was a drop off. There was a drop off in the business. I made a calculated risk. I used to live my business is right across the street from one of the premier clubs in all of Atlanta.
People from Atlanta compound.
And so guess whose lot they was parking on?
Of course,
mine, because I was the only one that provided. And so I saw a guy wanting to come in, and he gave, I'm not going to tell you the kind of numbers that thing was generating. So a guy came in and said, Fitzgerald, we'll give you X amount of dollars to lease this lot. And I looked at it and I said, okay, because I needed cash flow. That was just a thing of cash flow, which I had factored in before I bought the business. And but I didn't allow him to, I didn't sign a lease with him. So I'm not going to do a lease with you. I'll just see how you try it out, see what you do. And
Smart.
so what I did, I gave him X amount of figures, and he's like, oh well, okay, man, I'll pay it. Okay, so he paid it to me after a while. And so I used to live 45 minutes away from Atlanta. Atlanta traffic was horrendous, and it's still even more so. But
coming from McDonough up 75 is bad.
Good God, man! Not only coming up, coming back.
Coming up 85. Now you can fly down.
I came up 75.
No, I know, but I'm saying it. But on 85, like I can go from my house to Noonan, up and down, no matter what time. No problem.
75 is not like that. Man, sometimes it would take me. I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes it take me an hour, sometimes an hour and a half just to get home one way. Sometimes I would literally wait like 7 to 8 o'clock just to drive, where I wouldn't have to sit in the traffic. Okay, right. So man, in my business, I had my own shower there. I had my own cot there, because I was spending that much time at the business and things like that, and so I happened to stay there one Friday night, and I was sitting there and observing this cat, and I was seeing how much money they was making, and I did it 2 weekends, and so what I did, I pulled rank on him. I said, nah, dude, I don't need you here. You can leave. Well, you know what, Fitzgerald? No, dude, we don't got a contract. Go. And I took it. And I took it. Okay. And that was sustaining me. That actually was acting, you know, like a little financial cushion, not much. But here's what I didn't calculate. That club closed for renovation for 6 months. That stopped. That's what killed me. That's what killed me. You know, and so very foolish on my part. Very, very foolish on my part. I was running, and that's just what I was doing. I was running a business a chance. So when you guys hear me talk about Karatbars, and when you tell me, you know, when you hear me talk about, okay, set something up and get your own home-based business, I run into some people who said, well, who owns it? Is it white owned or is it dude? What difference does it make? You're talking about converting money to you. So if you don't have capital, or even if you do have a lot of capital, you don't have time. Sometimes joining with a network or referral based business is the best thing you can do. You know what I mean? I think people look at this a little bit wrong. You know, this little referral based business stuff that you guys, some of you like discount or like beneath you or above you, or whatever. It's $180 billion a year business.
Right. You know,
$180 billion a year.
But for sure, I think people are so used to brick and mortar. Let's do this, Fitzgerald. The startup cost for your brick and mortar auto repair shop versus the startup cost for a home-based business like Karatbars. Can we do that?
Before I even got in the game, I had to give him a check for $20,000 down. $20,000 down. I extracted that out of my home equity, which means I had to pay it back. Took a second mortgage. I had to pay it back. Okay. Also, the rent on that building, Dinaz, $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month. That's how you met. Quentin. That's why I had Quentin in there doing the tires, because he was helping. I was splitting the cost of the rent with him. So I gave away my whole tire business because I needed the rent thing. You know, once again, it was very, very foolish move on me. Payroll taxes. Sometimes payroll taxes were like 28%. State taxes, environmental taxes, supplies. I had I had a scanner from Snap-on that cost me $14,000. One scanner. Okay. And so it was very, very, it was very, very financially top heavy. It was a disaster. And then you remember a lot of those accounts that I said I went and bought in, they left. Yeah, left because some of the where there was a one key service writer who went down to another competitor. He pulled all of those accounts. But you know, I couldn't back out. The paperwork was already signed. So you asked the difference, outflow, financial outflow, networking, marketing business. You don't have to get a bank loan. You mean you can click right on that link right now, right now, and you know, you can be in an international business in 146 countries, you know, off a cell phone or a computer right the heck now. You don't have to put any money down. You don't have to buy what you don't want to buy. You don't have to purchase anything you don't want to purchase. You don't have to tell anyone. You know, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to. And even not doing anything you don't want to, you still have the advantages of the tax benefits. You don't have to buy supplies. You don't have to have employees. You can run out the comfort of your home, which you're still able to write off portions of your homes and everything else like that. Even knowing what I do, knowing what I know right now, you know, I'm really not at this junction of the game. I'm not interested in having a brick and mortar business. The expenses will smoke you. It literally is a cash drain. That'd be the equivalent of me saying, like, I want to, you know, I wouldn't mind buying a house and living in it. I tell you what, I'll lease the house that I live in, and I'll lease the house. I'll rent the house that I live in, you know, and then rent the houses that I own. Rent out the houses that I own. Sort of like the Grant Cardone tactic. Grant Cardone has like about $1.5 billion of real estate, but he doesn't own his home. He leases that because he can write all that off. And so I just wasn't smart. Number one, I didn't understand what money was. I didn't understand how it flows. I didn't, so much. Now that was, oh gosh, that happened about 2007. It's 2020. That's 13 years. I've grown a lot. And so when you take losses like that, when it puts pressures on your household, my marriage was imploded because of that decision I made.
There was a question in the chat room. I didn't want to ask it, but someone asked, how did that affect your marriage?
Well, I've been separated now going on 2 years from my wife now. I'm sitting in one state and she's in another. I say it was pretty damn bad, but life goes on, I mean, so I will go on, that's the way I'm wired. That's the way I'm programmed. But you know what? I'll get it all back. I'll get it all back. I'm not worried about that. I'm smarter, more savvier now. And I know what to look for. I know what to avoid. And knowing how to avoid things, just as knowing what not to get into is just as important as knowing what to get into. That's why I'm so big with the Karatbar things, because I've been burned. I made all that money back. I made all that back. Just with my cryptocurrency holdings alone, as far as with them, I mean, that's and it's just going to keep going up, and I'm keep expanding. Right then, back then when I had 3 people, maybe 4 technicians work for me, in business in Atlanta, Georgia, in that market. Right now, with the brick and mortar business. Right now in the Karatbar business, I almost have 11,000 business affiliates who are in business with me on my team. It constantly keeps expanding. Got paid today. Just got back from the gym. Have more peace of mind. Just because I understand business now. For the other thing, I have a better grasp of business now. And other things, okay, Fitzgerald, you got wealth. It's Karatbars, you only hustle. No, never said it was. Absolutely disagree that it would be. I would diversify into other things like real estate or maybe some tech stocks or something that I'm comfortable with, something that gets good, I see to bring me good returns. But understand this: the majority of my thing, I don't want employees. I'm a investor. I don't want employees. With the exception of this, somehow I seem to love bookstores. I like the ambiance of bookstores. So I would like a nice bookstore cafe.
Right.
Set up. Probably set up in another country. So it really wouldn't be for profit. It'd just be for a meeting ground. I would have like nice internet connections plugged in. I'll probably put something out for the youth. Where they can come in there and do it, and or where they can, improve their computer skills. I'll give back, but I wouldn't be in it for the money. I probably have some nice, nice. It'd probably be like a veggie bar, real nice, clean eating type situation where people come in and just socialize, and the prices would be practically so low. I'll probably be, practically be giving the stuff away. But that would be my ground, just to be somewhere. And I'll probably live, I'll probably own that whole dang building while I'm like up on the 5th or 6th floor on top, and I come down. I just socialize with some people, got my clientele come in there because I'm making my other money for so many other entities. That's probably the most brick and mortar that I will want to do. And I will never, ever, ever, ever rent a building that my business is in again. That's the other mistake I made. I rent because when you don't own the real estate that your business is in, and for those of you out there who are doing this right now, who have done it, you are literally renting your business. All that landlord has to do is just drive your lease up. All someone has to offer him or her, enough money, and that building is sold right out from under you.
Another one. My the shoe repair guy. the landlord told him that he had to remodel his unit or get out.
Mm-hmm.
So he got out.
Oh, and the landlord wasn't paying for it, right? Landlord no, because in other words, what he wanted him to do is increase the equity of his business at the tenant's expense. And people are tired of that, because you know the one thing what makes 20,000 people come in the Karatbars a month, because you know you got that chance to do your business, you got that chance to have something that you can get a chip in the game. And you got practically zilch risk. What financial capital have you put up? Now you're going to put time capital up,
right?
But what financial? Dynas and I have been able to create a very nice income as sort. You know, and we still got other things that we go around and do it. But I mean, you told me like you say, Fitzgerald, what would you like to own? Man, what do you like to own? And probably you guys are going to say, yeah, I knew that. An Audi dealership. I love Audis. I love Porsche Audis. No, especially Audis. I love Audis. You know, Prince Amir.
Yes, sir.
How much capital would I have to get an Audi dealership?
I would say, and I'm probably underballing it, 10 million. Lowballing, 10 million.
Is that the employees, the building, the inventory, and everything? I mean, you can get one Audi A8 Racing editions, man. That thing could be like 120,000 itself. I definitely want to want more than one. Got to play employee. Maybe I got to build. Maybe but how much would it take me? About 10 million? Okay, 10 million. Prince Amir, the Audi can go by because I don't got 10 million in a coffee can outside in my yard. Okay, but I can build a $10 million a year producing Karatbar business.
Right.
From the comfort of my home, using a smartphone, anywhere in the world, in 146 nations in the world, with no employees, right. No overhead. I personally know a man that has a volume flowing like that, about $10 million a year, through a Karatbar business. He does it from home too, a lot of times in his pajamas. Actually, he talks about how sometimes he don't shave. And sometimes I look at him, I believe him. You know, we do that. We have affiliates making 6 figures a month in this from home. From home, we have affiliates making several $1,000s a week, 20-something years old, from home. We have one affiliate out in the Southwest. She personally registered over 500 people in her business, and on Facebook, and she does it by way of the pool. She's at the pool when you see her, or you see pictures where she's posting. She's doing like an obstacle course, climbing up running up the deserts and the mountains. Very brilliant woman. Brilliant woman. I got her in my phone right now. I don't want to call her name. I mean, we have dentists, doctors. There's one doctor, Dr. Tim there. He'll tell you in a quick, this money make more than his practice that he went to school for like 15, 20 years to do. But it's Karatbar business. And so just because, okay, Prince.
Go ahead.
Let's change the narrative.
Go ahead.
A business is when you sell a product or a service and make money from. You don't have to be in a fancy marble mall type thing like that. Who cares about that? It's cast down here and up in Atlanta right now. They have a business that makes about well over $100,000 a year. And you know what they do? They push a hot dog cart around and they sell Italian ices, hot dogs, and a little drink. And they're breaking up something like over $100,000 a year. They don't have a business. They got a vendor permit. They tow their car on the back, and they sell hot dogs. Well, I can't do that.
It ain't sexy enough.
Yeah, that ain't school. I went to school. So I stacked my University of Alabama degree against yours. Prince Amir stack his University of Georgia degree against your
Right.
degrees don't mean anything. It's about it's are you making the capital? Are you making the income? You know, and then sure, it's people out there with stock brokerage and in firms and in brick and mortar. They're doing extraordinary well. That's what they want to do. Fine, but they will tell you that the overhead sometimes can be pretty dang substantial if they have improper margins. You know, and so everyone, you know, everyone wants their own business. I would like to think, you know, but be careful when you say that. Remember what I said. The terms have to be important. What do you do at Karatbars? Okay, Karatbars, a German-owned company based out of Stuttgart, Germany, owned by a German, Dr. Harold Constantine's site. Let's get that straight. Okay, it's an e-commerce business. Okay. You know, Dr. Harold Sites is a Caucasian. Does it really matter when you get money in your home? Does it really matter? Okay. I mean, if we're going to play the black-owned business, you know, I suggest you get an app, and everybody who don't own a black-owned restaurant, who don't own a black-owned building, who don't own a black-owned restaurant, who, you know, who if blacks didn't build a road and the highway that you traveled on, you see how ridiculous it starts sounding. You know, you want the results. You want the income. Okay. You want to create a something for you and your family. Forget about all that other superficial stuff. It don't matter. Okay, so the company is an e-commerce business. E-commerce, that's like Amazon, eBay, or Facebook. Little companies we heard about that's doing pretty well. It is the largest distributor of small gold increments in the world. 1 gram, 0.01 gram. Physical gold, which is a tier 1 asset. Okay. Now, what you do, you simply register for free. Register for free, clicking on that link right there, and you know you're gonna. It takes about 7 minutes. When you fill that link out, you're gonna get a an email from Karatbars. You click on the verify. Prince Amir gives you a call. Then he's going to turn you over to you to give me a call. My phone number is 1716-573-6296. I repeat, 1716-573-6296. That's my personal phone number, and I've had several years. My email address is fitzgeraldstephens@gmail.com. I go ahead and explain it. Go ahead and mentor you, both Dynas and I. We turn you over to Wealth Builders, another mentor system for free. Okay. How do you make money in this, Fitzgerald? Okay. There's a couple of ways.
Go ahead, Fitzgerald. Go ahead.
What you do, you pay yourself first. H. Clement Stone, the late CEO of Combined Insurance, said this: if you cannot save a portion of your income and pay yourself first, the seeds of greatness are not in you. Okay, you got to be able to do that. Okay, and so what do you save right there? Well, do you put it on the mattress or in a pillowcase in a book like I used to do when I was a kid? No. You want to save in an asset. What's an asset, Fitzgerald? Glad you asked. It's something that you acquired is going up in value. In other words, it has the potential to become worth more than what you paid for. What's a liability? It's something that you purchased that's going down in value. You know, other words, it costs. If you wish to resell it, you would have to pay less. You would get back less than what you paid for it. You know stuff like that, like Nike Air Jordans, Samsung Galaxies, iPhones, Beats, cars, not less of vintage cars, stuff like that. Stuff that look good that ain't doing any good for you financially, as opposed to assets, real estate, precious artwork, diamonds, gold. Okay. And so you're increasing your wealth just by acquiring that first for you and your family. Number two, if it works good for you, you think someone else might want a business, might want an opportunity like you did. Thank you, Dynas, for putting that. For showing that. That's $1 gram of gold. Excellent. In your hands. I love that. You just tell someone else. You introduce them. They become a part of your network. Your network is expanding. Okay. Yeah, that's one way. That's one way of increasing your wealth. Number two, You want to get one, a tax deductible business package. I'm going to say, like, you don't need a business package, but you need a business package. What are tax deductible business packages? Those are tax deductible. One of four between a VIP like Dynas and I have, a gold, a silver, or a bronze. Think of that as your own franchise, and by you acquiring that, you actually have a chance to create additional income. Well, how do you create additional income? Let's just say I'm a VIP, which I am. Dynas is a VIP, which he is. Yeah. I say, Dynas, I got something you really need to take a look at. And that's exactly what I said to him about 5 years ago. Because he's my friend, I was a little bit more, I had a little bit more leeway to him. I said, man, listen, I'm on to something. You really need to take a look at this. I could push it. As a matter of fact, if it would have came from someone else, he wouldn't even did it. And you guys wouldn't be in here. It's the relationship I have with him. And so he said yes. He started off with a package. I got 10% of that. No, I'm sorry. His sponsor got 10% of that. I gave Dynas to my wife, Denise, because I was helping building her team. I gave a man who's personally sponsored over 400 people to my wife. No big deal. She was, same household. It's in my business anyway. Help her build it. Don't regret it. Do it again. Dynas gets his package. She gets the 10% of it. But when you have the package, you also generate a thing called units. Now, in the Karatbars universe, units are money, measures of money within the Karatbars. So anytime someone requires a package, anytime someone requires gold, anytime someone acquires the K1 blockchain phone or the computer or any number of things that we have in this ecosystem, it's a unit value attached on depending on what the product. Well, you have two teams. You have a left side, a right side, or A team, a B team. So when you get 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, based on a business package, it generates a payout for you. Now, if you're a VIP like Dynas and I, every time that happens, we get 80 euros. Now, why did I say euros? It's a European company, so they pay us in euros and we pay them in euros. And euros is higher than the dollar, higher than the Ghanese dollar, the South African rand, the Nigerian naira, Japanese yen. It's just a pretty strong currency. If you're a gold, 25 units on one side, 50 units on another side, you get 60 euros. If you're a silver, you get 40 euros. If you're a bronze, you get something like a silver 50 euros, a bronze 40 euros. What are the package prices? You can get a bronze package for like $200. You can be going for $200. Can you upgrade any time? Yeah, just go ahead and pay for the next package. Right. And so that qualifies you to get streams of income in addition to your gold appreciating, to your package bonus, and you're getting units. I don't necessarily have to sponsor someone to make my income. The majority of my income I make is through my network. I haven't personally sponsored someone else to it. I do it off the units. I'll get back into the sponsoring pretty soon later on. We also have the cryptocurrency. It's a speculative thing. I agree with that. Cryptocurrency, the big one that people know about is a Bitcoin, which is doing pretty well. Then you got a Litecoin, I believe, and
Ethereum.
Why is I'm going blank right there? Ethereum, as far as like that, they're doing pretty good. They're doing good enough that a lot of merchants are really accepting them as a form of payment. Well, Karatbars have their own back cryptocurrency called a KCB coin, which is doing pretty good. And Dynas and I have acquired that also. We're just waiting for that to pre-shut, but still we're building our team. You have another aspect of it. It creates residual income. J. Paul Getty, an oil tycoon at the turn of the century, he said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 man's efforts than 100% of my own. But he was talking about duplication of his effort. Because if something happens to you and you're your sole income earner, something happens to you, your income stops. But if you have 1,000 other people, or like in my case, close to 11,000 other people doing it, you can probably keep going. and then so you can create your a pretty sweet residual income. The other thing I like about it has a generational component to it. You can actually will your business to your children, and it can keep growing and growing and growing, and they can get paid. We had one affiliate that transitioned a couple of years ago, going on about 3-4 years now, and he had built a Karatbar business back then without all the stuff that we really got in now. Back then, he was making something like $20,000 a week. Back then, $20,000 a week to this little business here. His wife was the beneficiary. He transitioned. Guess where that income is? That business is generating more income than when now that he's gone than when he was alive. So it's pretty good that his 30-year autistic son don't have to worry about how he's going to be taken care of for the rest of life. Pretty good about how his wife, what needs to be cared for, although we missed the person. Well, still the income is going on. That's almost like a living life insurance policy. So we look at the benefits as far as what it can do. Once again, we want to be able to invest in other things. I know it's not for everyone, and I'm not trying to, and I'm way past the convincing business of anybody. I don't have to. I know what I'm doing. I mean, when I woke up today, I mean, I'm not sorry. I know what, not that I really know what I'm doing, which I do with this, but I got paid today. Dynas got paid today, and that's with or without people's opinions. There are several people, who Dynas and I have set up in this business. They got paid today. Right. So we're helping other people doing the thing, and so if it's not for you, cool. But understand this: find you a way to create a residual income for your house. Find you a way to get you a tax-based business where you can go, where you can actually take, home-based business where you can take advantage of those tax benefits. Find a company that you can do, or that you have a product or service that everyone is aware of, gold, that you can do all over the world without your geographical boundaries, without no special licenses. I'm down here getting ready to make a move, probably go to a major insurance company, because they're interested in me and I'm interested in them. Before I made that move, I got to get my life and accident license renewed again. I used to have it up in New York. I got to get into Florida. I got to get my Series 7s. That's a stockbroker license. Mm-hmm. I got to get my Series 66. And I got to get my Series 63. That's before I got to get those certifications before I could even compete.
Right.
Okay. Now I don't mind, but and I'm still working under the umbrella of someone else. I don't own that company. As a lot of people who work for someone, you don't own the company neither. And then here's the thing I learned about when I did have a company. I didn't really own that company. I worked for my customers. I worked for my customers. My customers didn't like the product I was given. They didn't pay me. I didn't have a business. So I learned real quick that adage that the customer is always right, because you know what they are, because they're the ones that pay you. Right. And so I don't need to keep harping on this. I mean, it's just what are you trying to do? What do you want? What brought you to this stream? Or when you do come to the stream, what keeps you coming back? It's a chance to create something for you. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy. Dynas and I work. Oh God, please don't just think we just beam down from heaven with everything prepared. We work. We went through some disappointment. There's been weeks, man. We had some great weeks. Dynas, man, hey dude, let's get early on right now. And there's other people, man, like, hey, Dynas, man, I need to pop some. Can you give me 50 cents? I mean, it's up and down. It's up and down, but nevertheless, the good times are better than more than the bad. Just like a business, just like a relationship, and someone else like that. And so yeah, you just have a chance to compete and put something together as far as for you. That's all we're offering. All we're offering is an opportunity. For those of you guys, for those when Dynas and I actually going to start expanding this, and once we really get to a level that we both know where we want to go financial wise in Karatbars, man, we're gonna start having the new options on, and or the Fabian Pierce on. You know what? I'm sorry, we have y'all on right now.
Right.
And, you want to talk about other ideas, we're not opposed to that, but but this is a forum for us what we deal with Karatbars. If I was to come on with say like Mr. Kali Genesis or Mr. Fabian Pierce or even Mr. or Miss New Options, we would talk in business terms, not necessarily promote one thing, but just get business concepts that we can throw out there to the people. But I am a professional networker, and I'm proud of it.
Right.
Like I said, I got the 4-year degree. I'm savvy, highly educated, articulate, country boy from Southeast Alabama. Nobody ain't gonna hang me up and say, "Man, this is what you're doing." Please, a lot of times, people who don't necessarily look like they have the money do, and people who do look like they have the money don't. Right. And so what you're trying to get is substance and stuff. So so what do you have to lose? Just take a chance on yourself, or you can be like those, man. I wished I would have got Google stock when it was $85. I wished I would have jumped on Netflix when they were selling for 13 cents. I would, or $1.37. I wished I would have bought Yahoo stock. I wished I would have had a share of John H. Johnson Company. He had to go take money he had to borrow $500 from his mother, to start Ebony magazine. But I wished I would have gave him about $100. Go ahead.
I'm saying his mom pawned her brand new furniture.
Yeah, not bad for the late great John H. Johnson to put something together. I wished I would have been one of the 5 people that Mark Zuckerberg invited, and I'm sorry, the many people that Mark Zuckerberg invited, only 3 of them showed up, and all them billionaires right now. Opportunity don't wait for you. It don't wait for you to make up your mind. It don't wait for you to see if it's white, black ownership. It don't wait for you if you had a bad marriage or you had a bad day. It don't wait for you because your daddy's name is somebody special. It don't wait for you because you went to a school or you didn't go to a school. It don't wait for you. The only thing opportunity don't knock. That's a fallacy. You take it or you make it. Now that's all we're presenting for you as an opportunity right now. Go ahead, think about it. Do whatever you want to do, but in the meantime, you're growing. Not to sound condescending, and I don't apologize for how I sound to you anyway. But understand this: my network and Prince Amir's network is growing while we're sitting up here talking to you guys right now. Catch what I just said. Somebody somewhere in the world jumped in our business while we're on the stream right now. And guess what? While we're sleeping, they do it. And guess what? While I'm sitting there in the gym today, working on my shoulders and running up and down, doing those exercises, those circuit training, my business is growing. My income is growing. While I'm sitting up here after I finish, go upstairs, make my nice salmon salad, get another thing of coffee. I log into my business will be growing. And I have a very small business at 11,000 affiliate, a small business. My sponsor, Michael Delco, his is close to 90,000. He retired from a 6-figure mortgage banking job in 103 days. Using this little system, and all he bought was a silver packet. He replaced a 6-figure income. You heard me right. In 103 days. Dinas, I did talk to Michael. We're going to try to get him on after Let's Go weekend. He's totally immersed in that, planning that down up in Atlanta. Hopefully, base to really promote that, because it's going to be a blast. I've been to a couple of them, and believe me, man, they will change your life, because what you're seeing right now, just 2 men on the stream that meets and tells you about Karatbars. When you go to like a Let's Go weekend or these events we have across the country, especially Let's Go weekend, you're going to see affiliates from all over the world: South Africa, Nigeria, Switzerland, Germany, England, all conversion. So in other words, it gives you a big global picture, and it supercharges your belief. And you realize, oh wow, this thing really does work. Right. And so sometimes just getting around the positive thinking of people, not people trying to run you down. Man, I go at my job sometime, you know, and people got the long faces and gloom and doom and talk about what raise wasn't approved and you know, and you know what promotion and who got passed over. Someone else got it as opposed to them, and they upset about that and ain't no job, and they talk about how they doing pay freezes while you know, enough of that. So corporate America, catch me real quick. Oh, you guys gonna love this one. Corporate America destroys families. They don't build them. Oh, Fitzgerald, that's a hell of a statement. I back it up. You're out the house sometimes 40, 80 hours a week.
True.
How are you spending time with your children and wife? How are you building a relationship? Well, Fitzgerald, I got to work. Yeah, you do. Some people, and like if you're a surgeon, high level attorney, and we have those people in here, you're on call. Other words, if something really go down and you're in a vacation with your family in Aruba, the right thing go down, guess what? They can stay and have fun with the waves. You got to be on the plane and get back there to deal with it.
All right.
So we get a lot of professional people and high income network people come in this because they have the money, but they don't have the time. And then we get the other paradigm of the people who have the time, but they don't have the money. See, you got to have life balance. Financial freedom is this. You have the time to do what you want and the money to do what you want. Now, while I was sitting up here and talking, you said like, yeah, Fitzgerald, you got to work. I mean, don't be ridiculous. I'm not. You are. Because you know what? I could take you right down here in Tampa, Florida. And Dynas can take you right down, up in Georgia. It's a little piece of real estate. It's called the Country Club of the South. It's north of him up there in Atlanta. You can go there right now, and it's 2:34. Some cats down there running around on golf cart hitting golf balls at 2:34.
And Fitzgerald been there since 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. You know, he'll come there at 9 o'clock. Why? Because he let the traffic go out and when he drive in. And then he'll leave at 3 o'clock before the traffic. They're doing that in Tampa, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, Kansas City, Missouri, Los Angeles, California. There is a whole nother group of people. They don't worry about money. And then if you're really, really cynical, which I don't want to talk or deal with you, well, how did they get it? Oh, come on, dude. We ain't talking about them. We're talking about you. You know, you got to put yourself in the same position. You know what? Since I've been a part of this, and I've been a part of this about something like 6 years, I had a very good job that I loved. I was a software salesman. And it was pretty good, and it was great. I would still be with the company right today. I had health issues. That's what one thing that knocked me out the box. Could continue have a lot of personal issues, but mainly health. When you're trying to worry about living, you ain't really concerned about selling software. Okay, and but I still had to sell knowing I was ill, and that's a hell of a pill. And so I knew in that job, oh God, if I didn't get that one sale, if I didn't get this one deal closed, I mean, I knew I had to have all kinds of pressure from my boss, great man, but he had pressure from his boss. And so finally, I was let go. I was fired. Okay. And my boss, a great man, he's actually apologized for me having to do the job. I knew the decision didn't come from him, but I had a business. I had a Karatbar business of close to 4,000 affiliates. That was back in February 2019. That happened. I have a business of 4,000 affiliates. Now the business is 11. I had something else. I had something else going. Thank God I went out there and put that together before that disaster. Thank God I had the fortitude to do that. While what you say, what's one thing that's really driving me with this? I've lost the business. I lost marriage cost of relationship issues, among other things. I lost health. I lost peace of mind because lack of money puts so much pressure on you. Okay. And so rather than me sitting up there crying about it, I figured I had to do something about it because I just simply got tired of losing. You only have so much time that God gives you on this world, on his earth. You only have so much time. You know what? I'm strong now. I'm vibrant now. I'm just as strong right now, and just as strong, dang near just as fast as I was when I was when I was 25. I'm 55 years old right now. No wrinkles, little gray hair, body's built, mind's free.
Quick, Fitzgerald, can I interject, please?
Yeah.
Some in the chat room keeps saying if the German banks fail, does that affect Karatbars?
If the German banks fail, does it affect?
Yeah. We just address it. I told him Karatbars were dealing gold, not fiat currency, but he just.
Oh man, I don't got time to answer stuff like that.
Okay.
I just don't. I mean, that questions like that worry me.
I'm sorry for sure. I mean,
that's flabbergasted. That's flabbergasted.
Every time we come to the chat room, we ask that same question, and this is completely separate from the banks. But I wanted to bring it. But just continue. I'm sorry. Sorry for distracting. Continue.
Whoa. Actually, let me back this up and say it again with respect to this to that question who asked that question. Mm-hmm. Remember what I told you? You are building an income for you. You get paid in euros on a MasterCard based on your production 5 times a month. If you're like me, you can do it 10 times a month because I have a personal business account. German banks fail. Okay. You got your money and you create your income first with Karatbars, and then you also diversify outside the Karatbars system, real estate, other income producing assets. You don't care if the German bank failed or not. You don't care if the American banks fail or not, because when your assets strong, you don't care about stuff like that. If you have liabilities, if you have jobs, if you don't have any type of businesses, you don't have anything else going on, you better care if the bank failed. Oh, by the way, it's not only going to be the German banks, it's going to be a global bank. It's going to be a global recession pretty soon. All the signs are already right around there. All the signs are right around there. But see, we can't focus on little questions like that. That doesn't matter. If you got your house in order, it don't make a difference what my house does. That's my responsibility. So we are trying to. Our channel is designed to have you build wealth, residual wealth, time wealth. That's what we come on for. We choose to do it through the means of Karatbars, which has been working for us for several years. This is not something we're just talking about. This is not something brand new that we came a part of. This has been working for Prince and I several years. We have been doing this several years before we even start making these streams. So Dynas, I don't really have any more to say about that, but to say about the whole program at all. We relish people. We want business partners. That's what we say. We're putting those notifications for business partners, and we want people to go in business where the help your business and help our business, and let's grow wealth together. That's what we're trying to do. Prince Amir, thank you for your time, and for the audience, I really appreciate you ladies and gentlemen, for hearing me out. God bless you. Have an awesome weekend,
guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Link is in the chat room. Click on the link. Sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you and get you in contact with Fitzgerald. Also, link is on the screen and link will be in the description. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Please hit that subscription button and the bell. Until next time, Dynas Amir, search for Huru. Peace.